Hi learners, I'm Dr. Mohammad Abdul Wajeed, Professor and Head, Computer Science and Engineering Department, LOTS Institute of Engineering and Technology. In this video, we will be trying to learn the operations on single linked list. The operations are traversal. We will be trying to learn about these operations. So next to this, now let us try to speak about traversal. So we have done this insertion. Now let us speak about insertion is done. Let us do first of all for this traversal next. Traversal means what? It has to travel. So when you travel, first of all, you will get maybe -1, but since it is a central value, you shouldn't display it, and thereby you have to display this D1 value, then you have to display D2 value, then you have to display 52, and then since there is no successor for this, the program should terminate there. I mean, the traversal should stop there. So let us now speak about how do we write this traversal. So let me first of all type the code, then I will try to explain. So here I have written insert. This is the insert code. Could just see here, this is the insert code, and the purpose I have written it here very clearly. So line number 25 is creating a node variable and so on, and this while loop is actually trying to find out the last node's address so that the link can be established. Anyway, so I have not written the declaration of that insert function, so let me write the declaration of this insert function here. Insert structure node star. So in the similar way, now let us try also speak about traversal. Okay. Structure node star. So what it is also going to take? It is also going to take the root node's address as an input, and what will be the return value? Return value, there is nothing which is going to be returned, so thereby it is going to be as y. So now let us just try to see how do we write about this traversal. Y traversal structure node star r equals to r ptr. First of all, why we have to do this? Why? Because we shouldn't display the value of the dummy head node. So if there is no dummy head node, this line number 27 need not be written there. Anyway, so while r is not equal to null, printf %d /n r data r equals to r ptr. That's it. So let me just try to explain how does this works out. So in line number 25 through 33 or 34 is containing the complete definition of this traversal. So what is it doing? It is taking the input of the root node, and in line number 27, since we are working with the dummy head node, we are trying to change the root value to the next successor, whatever it is. So thereby initially, if you look at here, r was containing the first node's address, which was 1000. So because of this highlighted line r equals to r ptr, what it becomes? R value now becomes is 1200. Next to this is while r is not equal to null. What is r containing? R is containing a value which is 1200. So thereby it is not equal to null is satisfied. So thereby it is now trying to print here r data. So what is r value right now containing is 1200. 1200's data is how much? D1. Whatever be the respective value that gets displayed. After that, what I am trying to do? It's an assignment statement rptr. So what is r right now containing is 1200. 1200's ptr is how much? 1500. It has to be stored back once again in r. So it has stored back into r. So end of this while loop. So thereby r is not equal to null. What is r right now containing is 1500. So it is not equal to null is satisfied. So thereby 1500's data. How much is 1500's data? D2. Whatever be the respective value that gets displayed there. And next r equals to rptr means, So now 1500's PTR is how much? 1800. So 1800 is going to be there. So thereby 1800 will be the R value. R is not equal to null is satisfied. So thereby 1800 is not equal to null is satisfied. So thereby the while loop is satisfied. So thereby R data. R data is how much? Now this time it is 52. So 52 gets printed. And next to this is R equals to RPTR means right now R is containing is 1800 and 1800's PTR is right now is containing is null. So thereby this R value now becomes is null. But this while loop is not satisfied. So thereby what happens? Return means the program terminates. So thereby this is how we have done this traversal. So let me complete this main program. So next to this is break, and here we have this case 2. Case 2 I am trying to say that it is actually about searching, I suppose, as per our searching and deleting. So let us write here that yet to be developed. So in industry what happens is there may be lot of such dependencies. So this main program cannot work unless and until uh, the search function is completed. So thereby in industry what do they do is they put these type of stubs. So they say that it is yet to be developed. So thereby purposefully here also I have designed it like that. So next is case 3, which is meant for deleting purpose. I'll try to say yet to be developed. Case 4 is our traversal, and I think case 5 is exit. Yeah, case 5 is exit. So I'm just saying return 0. Why? Because how do I stop this program? I'll just say return 0. Why? Because main program return value is how much? What is it? It's an integer. So writing exit 0 is not advisable for different reasons. But still, if the students are interested, possibly that can also be the case in which we can write. So this is still not yet completed, but let me try to run this program and show you. So what happens here? Now let's try to just check it out once here. I've got the main program. So main program is having 3 functions here: menu, insert, traversal. So first of all, we are calling this menu, and then we are creating a dummy head node. So let me put this afterwards. Of course, it can be done anytime, but for continuity purpose, which I'm going to tell you later. So thereby, uh, what is that you have tried to do this insertion? So since it's a menu driven program, unfortunately, when I try to run this program, it will perform only one operation and the program stops. You can just check it out here. So if everything is all fine, it should work. Yeah, there are some typo errors. So let me try to correct them. So in line number 38, double quotes is missing. Hopefully, it's all fine. Scanf in 49, some spelling errors are there. So in 63, I have created a, I'm using here a variable res, but I have not declared it. So I'm trying to declare that variable here. So anyway, so this is that menu which I was speaking all about. So if you want to perform now insertion, you have to say, you have to enter 1, and if you want to perform search, you have to enter 2, and so on. So thereby I'm performing now insertion. So 10, maybe what is the element I want to insert is 10. After that I should get back the menu once again. But here what does it happens? The program terminates. So but I should get back the menu. So thereby I have to make a small change in the main program. So that is the change which I was trying to tell earlier. So what is that I am going to do is, it should keep on repeat. It should keep on repeat. So how do I make this keep on repeating is, I'll write a loop. But what is the condition I am supposed to write? Any condition which is always going to be successful. So thereby I'll write just simply 1. Why? Because except a 0, anything you write there is being treated as condition is satisfied. Why? Because in C language, non-zero is being considered as condition is satisfied. So thereby whole of this will be coming under this loop. So let's now perform this insertion. So thereby I am entering the first value, which is 10. And next time again I want to perform insertion. Maybe now this time I am trying to say 50. And next I want to do a traversal. So thereby I enter 4 here. And you could just see here it is displaying that 2 elements, 10 and 50. But of course when I try to do the search, and if I enter 2, I'll get a message that yet to be developed. Of course, whatever be the spelling, then once again 1 for insert, 2 for insert. So when I enter now 5, the program terminates. So now let us now try to develop the code for this search, and also let's try to do the code for this deletion also. So let me write the code for search. So I am trying to have a function. The name of the function is search, which will also take structure node star, and it will return me an integer value. So searching can be a successful search and successful search. Successful search means the element whichever you are trying to search is already obtained in the linked list. And unsuccessful search means the search whichever you are trying to, the element which you are trying to search is not available. So thereby search is going to return a value 0, or it's going to return 1. So let me write the code here for that. So integer search structure node. So here we are trying to say is, since we are working with a dummy head node, so first of all we should eliminate the dumminess. So thereby we are trying to change the r pointer value to r. Next, I have to read here what is the element which you want to search. Printf, enter the element. Scanf %d and ELE. So I need to declare this variable ELE. So now next, while r is not equal to null, you have to repeat this loop. If r data equals to ELE, return 1. Otherwise what you have to do is r equals to rptr. Once again you have to keep on continuing. But if the while loop is terminated, it means that you have got a unsuccessful search. So this is the code which we have done it for search. So simple. So let me just try to insert, in the calling here. But it is going to return what? It's going to return an integer. So thereby I am going to say that response equals to. So what is this? Instead of response, let me call it as result. If the result is containing 1, it means that it is a successful search. If result equals to 1, if printf successful search, else printf unsuccessful. So let me execute first. So there are once again some typo errors in line number 26 result. So I need to declare this variable result also. So 78, line number 78, I made this mistake. So here I didn't declare a variable here, any variable, so thereby that is missing, so R. Okay, so 1 for insert. So I want to now insert 10, and once again I want to insert, this time I want to insert is 50. Once again I want to insert, so this time I want to insert say something like 30, and next to this I want to perform now search, and I want to search whether say 50 is available or not. So it is displaying us that it is a successful search since 50 is been found there. So now let's try to understand how does this works, this search. So if you look at here in the search, I am passing the root value. I am passing this root value, and when I pass this root value here, so let's try to understand it through. So here what we were trying to do is we were interested in search. So this is that case 2. In the case 2, what it is doing is it is taking the root value. What is the root value here? We are trying to just think that it is root, which is 1000 here. So from there it is coming to this particular function search. So which is here. So R is right now containing 1000, the root node's address. So thereby here in the main program we have got the variable root, but whereas in the search function we are having the same variable called as R, which is right now containing 1000. So and then what is the element you want to search? So thereby I am trying to declare one variable ELE, which I am doing it in line number 77. So ELE is one more variable. Right now it is containing a garbage value as per the line number 77. So since we are now trying to do it with a dummy head node, so thereby we should skip the first node. So that skipping can be done by using line number 78. So R pointer equals to R. So thereby R is right now containing 1000. 1000's R pointer is containing is 1200. So that 1200 gets back stored into this R. So printf enter the element which you want to search. So I want to search whether, say for example, 50 is present or not. So you could just see that 50 is present over here. So it should be returning a successful search. Anyway, let's try to just check. While R is not equal to null. So what is right now R is containing? R is containing a value 1200. So which is not equal to null is satisfied here. So here if R data equals to ELE. So what is R value? R value is 1200. 1200's data is how much? 10. 10 is equal to ELE. ELE is containing how much? ELE is containing is 50. So thereby here R data equals to ELE is not satisfied. Okay, so thereby this return one will not be executed. So what is the next line which is going to be done is, so thereby the next line is RPTR value has to be stored back into R. So what is R value right now? It is 1200. 1200's PTR is how much? 1500. 1500 gets stored back into this R once again. Okay, and next to this is of course end of the loop. So R is not equal to null. What is R value right now is 1500. 1500 is not equal to null is satisfied. So thereby this loop has to be executed. So R data. So right now what is R value? 1500. 1500's data is how much? 50. 50 equals to ELE? Yes, it gets satisfied. Since it gets satisfied, so thereby it is going to say return 1. It's going to return 1. So thereby to the calling function it returns 1. So thereby this result is going to right now containing is 1. So since result is equal to 1, so thereby it prints you successful search. So likewise, if 50 is not been present, so ultimately what will happen? This loop keeps on repeating, but how long it will repeat? Till R value is not equal to null. Why? Because if 50 is not been found, then what it does? It's say for example ELE is not 50, it is say something like 150. Okay, so if it is 150, so thereby it is not satisfied, so thereby R value now become, now this time is say something like 1800. In 1800 data is how much? 70. 70 is not equal to 150 is also fine. So thereby still it has to perform next. Say some 1700. So 1700's data is how much? 20. 20 is not equal to 150 is again satisfied. So thereby what is this loop going to do is R equals to RPTR. It is equal is not been satisfied. So thereby R equals to RPTR. So thereby right now R value is 1700. 1700's PTR is null. So thereby null gets stored into this R. So thereby next time R equals to null is not R is not equal to null is not satisfied. So thereby this loop does not execute. So when the loop does not execute, return 0. So thereby this 0 will be returned to this main program. So since this 0 has been returned, so result equals to 1 is not satisfied. So thereby it goes to the cells and it just prints you unsuccessful search. Unsuccessful search. Okay, so that is how this will be worked on. Thank you viewers for watching this video. For more videos, please subscribe. Thank you.